What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I don't have a disc to show you on this one. There is a DVD available, but it's of a different cut of the movie than I'm talking about today. I'll talk about that later, about the different versions of the movie. So let's just get into it. This movie is called Sex Slave. It's a micro-budget, true independent film by Jason Impey out of the UK. This movie is about two criminals who are on the run, and they basically just need to get out of the jurisdiction of the local law enforcement. And they kind of have a plan that if they were to take a hostage, then that would greatly increase their chances of making it out, make it to freedom. So they start to plot on who should we take, and they end up deciding to take this girl. Her name is Carmel, and she is just like complaining about her love life to her friends, and she's not in a great place in her life either. She doesn't know that these guys are stalking her and like spying on her in the shower and all that kind of shit. Meanwhile, the two criminals are constantly arguing with each other. One of them wants to do more than just take her hostage, wants to rape her and beat her and torture her and God knows what else. So they're constantly fighting about that. Neither of them are particularly good people, but one of them, it seems like they're maybe a little bit less evil than the other. And the movie from there just follows what happens if and when they take her, and then the aftermath, the fallout from that. This cut of the movie is called Sex Slave. It runs about 61 minutes. There are at least two other versions of the movie that I'm aware of. There's one that's known as Tortured or Escape Convicts, which is the one that you would find on Amazon Prime. It has a lot of graphic content cut out. So I don't know what's in that version that is not any of the other ones, or if it's just one that cuts out a lot of the sex. But then there's another cut of the movie that's called Psychopaths, and that one is the preferred cut of the director, and it cuts out some of the sexual content, but it does add in a subplot that involves two police officers that are in pursuit of the criminals, and it has a different finale, and it just has a more narrative than Sex Slave does. I preferred the Sex Slave cut, and so that's why that's the one that I'm talking about. But I do want you to know that if you want to see the version that the director prefers, check out Psychopaths, or just check all of them out. I mean, I think it's a good enough movie to watch multiple times. This one does have very graphic sexual content. It has a girl who masturbates multiple times on camera, and you see everything. It's furious too, man. It's like she's Jimi Hendrix playing a guitar solo. You know what I mean? She just... Anyway, so if that kind of stuff bothers you, this movie may not be for you. It is very vivid. It is very graphic. It also has a rape scene that's not too graphic, but I mean definitely a little bit more extreme than what you'd see in like a Hollywood movie. So it does have a lot of nudity in it. As far as blood, it has a very strange opening scene that I believe is only in the Sex Slave version. It could be in Tortured, I'm not sure, but it is definitely in Sex Slave. That involves zombies, and that involves some really cool like tearing people open, feasting on their innards. Then there's different little bits of blood throughout the movie. What I really like about this movie, besides the fact that it's dark as hell and like just unrelenting, I love just how crazy it is. Like a fight breaks out at a bar, and this guy just gets really mad like over the way this one dude is acting because he's hitting on girls. So he fucking stabs him in the neck with a broken bottle, and then picks him up and body slams him through a table at the bar. Like, it's awesome. And then there's two girls in the bathroom that are kind of like bantering back and forth, and one of the girls is like, "You remember that time you shit yourself in the bed?" And literally within seconds, the girl is eating the other girl out on the sink in the bathroom. It's a great scene. This movie has a lot of what I consider to be really fun dialogue. The criminals going back and forth is a lot of fun. They're just constantly bantering with each other. I just think it really adds a lot to the movie, even in kind of the scenes that would be like slower or expositional, are never boring and never dull because of the dialogue. The performances are what they are. They're not fantastic, but they get the job done. This is a micro-budget indie movie, and that shows, but it doesn't hold the movie back at all, in my opinion. I had a great time with this movie. I would highly, highly recommend it to anyone who likes outsider cinema, underground movies. I don't really know what else to say about it. When I saw the preview for it, I knew that I would like it, and it exceeded all my expectations. Again, I don't have a disc to show you, but you can watch the Tortured Escape Convicts version on Amazon Prime, which I don't really recommend because it does cut a lot of the content out. Or you can buy the disc to watch the Psychopaths version. That one's on DVD. I don't know how to recommend you to see the Sex Slave cut. I'm not sure if it's on Vimeo, but maybe if you go to jasonimpey.co.uk, you can find out where you could see that version of the movie. It may be available on Vimeo. I know a lot of them are available video on demand. That's Sex Slave. I had a lot of fun with the movie. I thought it was crazy. Highly recommended it. If you like this video, make sure you check out my website, markfusion.com. I'm going to review the full catalog of Jason Impey. I cannot wait to dive deeper into it. And you can also check me out on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, at markfusion. I greatly appreciate you watching these videos. If you're not a sub, please do drop a sub. I would seriously appreciate it. Like, you have no idea. Thanks for watching, guys. I do genuinely appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.